Hello everybody. Trying to get my camera fixed here. Welcome back to Shades Hobby Doc Bay. To all my old subscribers. Everybody always does all this and I can't never remember to do it. So every once in a while I try to do it. So let me see if I can do it this time. Welcome to all of my old subbies that's been with me for a while. I appreciate you. Keep coming and watching. If you happen up on this video and you're new, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to click on that little bell so you don't miss out on any of my fun videos. Because I make videos every day, sometimes, every once in a while 2 or 3, but mostly once a day lately. But I have fun videos, I think. I like to make people laugh, and I like to have fun, and I like to laugh myself, so I'd appreciate it. I mean, I got 300 and something subbies, but I've been doing this ever since 2012 or 11, somewhere around in there. And I just, like everybody else out there, see, I feel guilty doing this, asking y'all, I need more subbies, y'all please sub to me. How does everybody out there do it every time they make a video? I feel guilty doing it. Anyway, there you go. There's that. So, welcome to Wednesday, January the 24th, 2018. It is 3 o'clock p.m. in the evening, right on the dot. Alright, this video is a requested video from one of my subbies. And this subbie that is subbed to me, that has requested this video, is a fairly new subbie to me. I mean, she has now been with me a little while, but still kind of on the newish side. So she's not seen a lot of my videos. She's not seen all of my videos on what I have made and done and said and talked about and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, now this subbie, she subbed to me. Let me see if I can figure out how this goes. I found her. I don't remember how I found her. I was subbed to her first. So just, I see, just in watching my videos, how on the side it shows a bunch of others. I see them. If the picture of it catches my attention, then I read the title. If the title catches my attention and makes me think, I wonder what that's about, or that looks interesting, I'll click on it and watch it. And if I liked the video, then I click on the channel name and go into the channel and check the whole channel out. I go to the About page to read what they have wrote in their description. I go to their video list and I just look over all their videos and kind of read the titles, and sometimes I watch 2 or 3 more. And sometimes from there, if I really like their channel, then I sub to it. If I don't, then I don't worry about it. But that's how a lot of times I find, and my nose is tickling, I gotta sneeze, y'all, so hang on. Okay, I think it passed. So that's how a lot of times I find a lot of the new channels that I find and subscribe to. So, I think that's probably how I found her. Okay, and before I go on, I realize I forgot to say my husband's working, my daughter's working. I don't have my Gracie today because Katie's not working. It's not, Albert's working out of town, he's not at the shop, so, she didn't have to go in, so I don't have my Gracie girl. So I'm here at the house by myself, me and Butchie. I wanted to say that. I always say that. So anyway, I got dishes started, and I picked up Gracie's toys out of the floor finally. So now I have checked my email, checked my comments, and now I am, I got a video going up. Well, it looks like it's through going up. But I'll do that in a minute. So now I'm making a video. So, this subbie, back to the subbie, I found her first and started watching her because, as she tells me that I'm like her, she's like me. She is quite funny. And she makes me laugh all the time at all the things she does and says. Oh my Lord, she is so hilarious. I love it. So, she is a crafter. She crafts. And she makes stuff. And she makes some good stuff. I love watching her, and I just love hearing her talk. And so had been subbed to her and been watching her quite a few times. So then, I also, every once in a while, I don't comment much on other people's things that I watch. The main reason is a lot of times I don't really know what to say. And sometimes I don't have the time either. But, every once in a while I leave a comment. My eyes is running off, so I gotta dry them. But, I was subbed to her, I was watching her videos, and I would, leave her comments every once in a while. Okay, then one day she up, and she's very good about answering my comments. I love that about it, too. But up one day, she decided to, do a challenge, and she was making these, signatures and these, like, little traveler's journal books. And she loves the bohemian style. And so I do too. Since I've been watching, before I didn't really know what bohemian was. You could say bohemian, and I'd say, what in the world's that, But when I watched hers and she would call it bohemian, then I realized what bohemian is, and I realized I like that. So, anyway, so she made some in that style, and she was doing a challenge, and she was going to give one of them away. And she wanted us all to put her together a simple little signature and send it to her. So I decided to join her challenge. So I did, and I sent it to her. So she got my challenge, and I think it was, she got my signature. And I think it was some little while after that, that I don't know how she realized it or came up on it. She knew I was subbed to her. She knew I had been commenting to her because she would answer me back. But she didn't realize I had a channel where I was making videos. And I don't know how she realized it after the fact that I sent her the signature. Somehow or another she did. And she found my channel and watched one of my videos, and she left me a comment saying that I'm funny like her and I made her laugh, and she did not realize I had a channel, and she was so glad she found my channel. And ever since then, she's been watching my videos and leaving me comments, and I love it. So, Elizabeth Brewer, keep them coming. I love it. I know y'all been wondering, well, who in the world is this? She ain't even told us yet. Who are you talking about? It is Elizabeth Brewer. Now, let me bring her. I should have had it up. I didn't think I was going to do this, but it just popped in my mind to do this. Oh, and the things she does. I want to do some of the things she does. I've never seen this before, and I want to do it. It's so pretty. Okay. So, this is her channel. Now, it's kind of dark over here. This is what she has up. You know what this is? This is aluminum foil over something. But it's laid over all kind of other stuff. And then she takes, and I ain't even got it on, and she takes some kind of tool and she makes it go down in there so that it pops up the look of what she's got it over. And she calls that, what did she call that? Embossing. That's a different kind of embossing. But you have to have an embossing tool that you mash it down on there to cover it over and stuff. Oh, that's beautiful. But that's her right there. That is Elizabeth Brewer. And her channel name is her name, Elizabeth Brewer. So here you go. And I know I've mentioned her before to y'all. And this is her videos. So this is, there she is right there. She is so funny. I love watching her. Alright. So, that's Elizabeth Brewer. And she is the one that requested my stupid computer. Okay, let's see if it'll... No, it went back too far. Okay, let me set y'all back up here and get my screen turned back around. Alright, she requested this video, and here we are almost 10 minutes in. So I hope this won't take too much longer. Now I gotta find it again, y'all. Hang on. Right there. She requested this video in a comment that she left me. And I'm going to read the comment to y'all, and I'm going to read to you what I said back to her. It was in my video where I done a little short, and it was short this time. It was a 4-minute and 37-second video. I had named it Just Another Short Little Vlog. Okay, so she had left me a comment saying, because I had mentioned that in that vlog that I like to try, sometimes I don't know what to vlog about or talk about, and I try to find something so I can do a video and put it up, because I want to have a video every day. When I have videos in my stock, but they're not the kinds that needs to be ready to put up yet. So anyway, she left me a comment. She said, when you have nothing to talk about, tell us where you grew up and what you thought about it. Also, what was the first crafty thing you can remember doing? I like hearing stories like that. So, I replied back to her and I said, LOL. Oh my goodness. LOL. You will have me crying if I talk about where I grew up at. LOL. But okay, I will give it a try. LOL. So that's what I'm doing with this video. But Elizabeth, I have playlists, and I have one called Saturday's Shays Nays Storytelling. And I have told stories from my childhood and growing up and stuff, and they're in that playlist. I've made videos telling those stories, and I have talked about where I grew up at before. And one time a while back when we lived in Macomb, we went back there and we was riding down that road and we passed my house, and I pulled out my camera and started videoing, but I also started boo-hooing. So go see if you can find, I can't remember the name of that video, but go look in my playlist and see if you can find that one. And, you know, you can watch those videos and watch all my stories. I love stories too. And, so go check out my Shays Nays Storytelling videos, Elizabeth, and watch all of my stories about my childhood and stuff. So anyway, where I grew up, I was born in Kenner, Louisiana. Well, actually not. I was born in Metairie, Louisiana. But we lived in Kenner. There was not a hospital in Kenner. It was a small town. The next town to it, bigger, that had a hospital was Metairie. So my mom had to go to Metairie to have me. So, but when I was 3 years old, we moved from there to Collins, Mississippi. And I have lived in Collins, Mississippi most of my life. Now, we've moved other places, but we've always ended up back there, and I've lived most of my life there, I believe. So, when we first moved to Collins, it wasn't Collins, it was a little town beside Collins called Seminary. We lived in a little trailer park. But then we moved to Collins out on our land. What it was, it's in a community area that was called Bowie Swamp, and back in the day it used to be real woodsy and just a dirt road, and you didn't see any houses. Well, now it's a blacktop road. It's not so woodsy, and you can see some houses across from that spot where we lived, but it's still not just like a big neighborhood full of houses. And it's kind of a long road and a good little distance from town. So anyway, we moved out there, okay? It was my grandpa's land. He had a bunch of land out there. His family from his mama's side, because me and my Aunt Bill, his daughter, my daddy's sister, did research and found all this out. And they're the Coulter family. And this is going to end up being 2 parts. We're at 14 minutes already, and I can't make nothing, I can't keep my mouth shut and do anything short. Just like right now, this is making it longer. So anyway, we did the research, found out it was the Coulter name. Coulter was my grandpa, which is my daddy's mama's. Not her married name, but her maiden name. Wait a minute, let me think. Yeah, because her maiden name was Spikes. I mean, her married name was Spikes. Her maiden name was Coulter. So it's the Coulter family that actually had gotten into that land out there. So it went down from Nancy Coulter to her son, which was Elmo Spikes, which was my daddy, my grandpa. And then Elmo Spikes had his son, Benny Spikes, which was my daddy, and then he had me. Okay, so, I gotta think. Getting out of breath here, too. So, my pawpaw Elmo Spikes had some land. So, we moved there. So, we was living on it. It wasn't our land. It was Pawpaw's, but we lived on it. My daddy loved the land, and he wanted it so bad. So, finally, years later, my pawpaw deeded him that one little 3-acre spot, okay, that I grew up on as a young kid. So, I was a little bitty girl the first time we lived there. Well, I'm going to say from 5 to 7, we lived there. But I remember lots of times playing out. Me and my sister Becca, the Becca JB, we got out in the swimming pool one time when it snowed and it was bad weather, and lights went out and all this kind of stuff. And I think I always mix up 2 different storms when I talk about this. I've got it in one of my stories. But we would play. We had our coats on with hats. We had mittens on. We got out in that pool and it was full of snow, and we played in the snow one time and went to my granny's in town. Lived in a trailer park, and we ate a bowl of snow, because every time it snowed, Mama always put out a bowl and let it snow in the bowl so it'd be good, clean snow. And then we'd put sugar and vanilla flavoring in it and eat it. Talk about good, so good. Anyway, so that was the first time, from 5 years old to 7 years old. Then we moved to the coast, Moss Point, Escatawpa, Mississippi, that area. That's by the big town Pascagoula. We lived there from when I was 7 to 11. So when I was 11, we moved back to Collins, but it was in town. Rented a house at first. Then we had to, because we was trying to buy a trailer to get back out on Bowie Swamp. So then we had to, they moved us out of the house we was renting. It was falling down. They was going to tear it down. But then they ended up not tearing it down. They made a restaurant out of it, and we actually went and ate out of that restaurant. So anyway, I loved that house. Anyway, I forget what I'm saying and talking about. We had to move in with my granny and Pawpaw Spikes, my daddy's mom and daddy, for a little while until we could actually get our trailer. So then we got our trailer, got it down on Bowie, and so we lived on Bowie then. And because I turned 12 while we lived in the house with Granny and them. So from 12 to 16, I guess, 15 or 16, we lived out on Bowie. And I can just remember playing outside and walking around in that area. We had a driveway. It had a lot of rocks. My daddy believed in rocks, and he brought the rocks in. But it also, if you dug down in the dirt, it had a lot of clay out there. Pretty red, pinkish looking colored clay. And I can remember digging that clay up and playing with it. And walking around. And I remember I had, and this should be a Shay's storytelling, and I may very well put it in there. I don't know. But I'm doing this for Elizabeth because she wanted to know. And when I read her thing, these are the things that popped in my mind. I said, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to tell about those things. And I don't know if I've told her Shay's storytelling about these things, the clay that I played with and my little drum I had. It was a toy drum, okay? But it was like, it looked Indian style, and it was an Indian style drum. And if I ain't mistaken, I think it had like a thing over it that you could hang over your neck, and it hung right here, and then it had the little bitty plastic sticks with it. But I can remember having that and being outside and walking around, and I'd be banging on that, and I'd be going, hi ya 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 ya, hi ya 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 ya, hi ya 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 ya, playing like I was an Indian playing my drum. But I played outside a lot out there on Bowie, and I loved it. I loved that land. So anyway, that's just some of the things. But like I said, Elizabeth, I have a lot of Shay's storytelling videos. Go check them out, that playlist, and watch some of them there. Talking about a lot of my childhood memories, little stories I've told. So, we're at 1939, so it's fixing to be at 20 minutes, which means it's going to change over to a second video. I don't want y'all to miss out on anything, so I'm trying to watch it to see when it jumps. so I can just stop talking during the time it's jumping over. We're at 54 now. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59.